Well, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. I'm Pastor Michelle, and today is Thursday, right? So let's go ahead and start with Bible stories. So let's hear about Pharaoh. So this is British painter Sir Lawrence Alma Tadema painted the death of Pharaoh's firstborn son. So there is kind of a graphic picture. So the Egyptian king is the principal villain of the Exodus story. Unlike the Pharaoh who knew Joseph, the Pharaoh Moses is cruel and vindictive. When Moses asks him to release the Israelites, Pharaoh makes the slaves work harder, depriving them of straw to make sun-dried mud bricks, even though the daily quota of finished bricks must remain the same. The identity of Pharaoh in the Moses story has been much debated, but many scholars are inclined to accept that Exodus has King Ramses II in mind. The Bible confirms that the Israelites were to build supply cities, Pithom and Ramses, for Pharaoh. Come here! Sorry, still watching dogs. Egyptian records confirm that the kings of the 19th dynasty launched a major military program in the Levant. As part of this effort, King Seti I built a new garrison city, which his successor, Ramses II, later called Pi Ramses. Ramses II also built a second city dedicated to his personal patron, Atum, called Per Atum. These two cities are quite possibly the biblical Ramses and Pithom. The Egyptian origin of the story is also emphasized by the name of Moses. The book of Exodus says that his name is derived from the Hebrew verb Moshe, which means to draw out. However, Moses is also a very common Egyptian patronymic, as in Tutmosis, meaning son of Tut. Finally, the very first reference to Israel appears on the victory stela of Pharaoh Merneptah, one of Ramses' sons. This monument is dated around 1207 BCE, which suggests that the Exodus story must be set in a time period prior to the reign of Merneptah, possibly between 1280 and 1220 BCE. No record of the Exodus has been found in any Egyptian tablets, but that's not unusual. The new dynasty did not make a habit of recording its defeats. On the other hand, there are ample records of Semitic immigrant workers in Egypt who may have drifted back to the Syria Canaan in the 13th century for a variety of reasons, including perhaps Ramses' harsh policies of conscripting labor. So there you have it. All right, so tomorrow we're going to get into the most influential figures in ancient Israel. And up first, we're going to talk about Joshua. All right, so let's get right into it, shall we? So tonight's Disney, let's get into the other part of our section. Come here! And so our story of the day, sorry, a little bit of, for August 13th is Winnie the Pooh. Who likes Pooh? All right, so the story is called Say Ah, Pooh. All right. Christopher Robin, I need to do my Pooh voice. All right. Let me get it ready. Christopher Robin says it's time for my animal checkout, said Pooh. Checkout, cried Piglet. Oh, poor Pooh, you're sick. Sick? No, I'm fine, though I must say I'm feeling a bit rumbly in my tumbly. Let's go together, said Piglet. It's so much more friendly with two. So Pooh and Piglet climbed the ladder up to Owl's house. Christopher Robin, why do I need an animal checkout anyway? Asked Pooh once they had arrived at Owl's house. Silly old bear, said Christopher Robin, not an animal checkout, an annual checkout. We need to make sure you're healthy and strong. So Rabbit weighed Pooh and then told him to go into Owl's room. Piglet wished him good luck. Once Pooh and Christopher Robin were inside, Owl entered with a flourish. Well, if it isn't Winnie the Pooh, splendid day for a checkup, isn't it, I say? How are you feeling, Owl said. A bit flippy-floppy in my tummy, actually, said Pooh. Owl felt Pooh's tummy. He felt around Pooh's neck and under his arms and said that everything seemed to be right where it should be. Pooh was glad. Then Owl pulled a small rubber hammer from his bag. Reflex checking time. What's a reflex? Asked Pooh. Owl tapped Pooh's knee and his leg gave a little kick. Oh, do that again. That was fun, said Pooh. So Owl tapped Pooh's other knee and that leg gave a little kick too. Then Owl said, sit right here. It's time for your shot. I know it will only hurt for a moment and it will keep me from getting bumps and weasels. Pooh said bravely. That's mumps and weasels, Pooh, said Owl. Piglet came in and sat right next to Pooh while he had his injection. When Owl was done, Rabbit popped back in with a bandage for Pooh's arm. Wow, you didn't even make a sound, Piglet said. An annual checkup is no problem for a brave bear like Pooh, said Christopher Robin. I'm just that sort of bear, thought Pooh with a smile. How many of you like getting shots, huh? I hate shots. When I get a shot, I turn away. That's just what I do. I'm not a big fan of shots, but I get them. So, anyway, I hope you have a good night, and God bless. And stay safe.